I just watched trailer for the second season of the Fallout show, and damn, it really feels like Bethesda is trying to rewrite the history. Like the show itself feels like it is something that is trying to destroy every single thing in Fallout universe, which is popular, and in the same time it was not created by the Bethesda itself. Like if we will look just at the first season of this show, they destroyed the NCR even when they tried to deny that, but like in the whole first season, which is taking place in the heart of NCR territory, there is not a single one NCR trooper or like any significant NCR presence, which is very strange. And that is not the only strange thing. For example, if NCR is still around, how is it possible that Brotherhood of Steel is just running around California without any issues? NCR would not allow them to do that. There is this drawing on a board in the show which is showing off destruction of Shady Sands, which will show us that Shady Sands was destroyed before events of the Fallout New Vegas, which makes no sense, as in the game itself there is no mention of Shady Sands being nuked or anything, nor there is any hint that NCR is in some strange downfall. I guess there is Caesar talking about how NCR lost its virtue and all that, but that's not the downfall that is portrayed in the show. Because in the game, NCR is still a strong faction that is alive and kicking, conquering surrounding territories. Yet, if we look into the show, it's like if Thanos snapped them out of the existence. And the reason I am talking about this is to point out that NCR is actually destroyed. And another character, which was not created by Bethesda, but also is very popular in the Fallout series, is Mr. House. And they didn't treat this character very favorably in the first season of the show. Like there is that whole scene where he is like, we are talking about making significant investment based on hypothetical. And Cooper's wife was like, we are going to nuke the world. And I guess he was then like, oh, I guess I'm on the board then. So they changed all of his character motivations, and I would argue they destroyed him. And if he is somehow not destroyed after this, they will continue to destroy him in the second series. We can tell that based on the trailer. Another faction I would argue Bethesda destroyed is Brotherhood of Steel. This is literally the faction which is different in every single entry of the Fallout. Like if you compare the first time Brotherhood was introduced, and then you will compare them with the Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 and Fallout TV show, you have the completely different faction. Like in Fallout 3, they are like saving random people in the wasteland and helping people. In the Fallout 4, they are suddenly like this semi-fascist force that is fighting against everything which is non-human and requisitioning, I guess, resources from the farms against their will. And in the Fallout show, they are this weird religious cult with advanced technologies that is marking themselves like some cattle or something. Like Brotherhood of Steel is this faction that can be anything, and because they can be anything, they are nothing. So the whole faction is basically destroyed. Now the only constant we have with Brotherhood of Steel that they are the guys in power armor that Bethesda will pull out every time they need something for the posters. And another thing is the Legion. If you will watch the trailer for the second season, you will see that there are like two shots of the Legion, but they basically just confirm what I think already, that they will somehow manage to destroy that faction. First, this like Lucy walking through the Legion camp with other Legion guy, which can be okay if she's taken prisoner or something. But if not, then it's very weird because you have this basically profligate woman from their perspective walking through their camp. So we will see how they will justify that. And the second shot is much worse because here we can see Legadlanius without his mask. And that mask is the whole point of his character. It is multiple times stated that he will take care of anyone that saw him without that mask. He owns only blinded slaves, so nobody can see his face. And when I see this, it doesn't fill me with confidence that showmakers will portray Legion accurately. This does exactly the opposite. And I think they will destroy Legion in the second season somehow, and on purpose. When people will notice some of these things, they can say, oh, this was just creator oversight, or this was just incompetent writers working on the project. But when this will happen constantly over the years to every single character and faction that was not created by Bethesda, you must acknowledge some intent behind it. Of course, I can't tell you why they are doing that. I don't have any insider information, so I can only guess. Maybe it is done out of jealousy. Maybe Bethesda hates the fact that people are cosplaying as NCR Rangers and as Legion soldiers instead of like Institute or Minutemen from their other game, you know? Or maybe it's some metaphorical marking of the territory. Bethesda wants people to think about Fallout as only Bethesda franchise, and so they are metaphorically piecing on every single aspect of Fallout franchise they didn't make. So people will only think about Minutemen or Dave Republic or Megaton, you know, maybe something like that. I don't know, but I certainly noticed the trend. So what do you guys think? Am I correct? Did you notice it too, or am I wrong? Let me know your thoughts in the comment. These were my thoughts about the trailer for the second season of the Fallout show. And I would also ask you guys for a favor, if you don't mind. I am trying to find some good games that came out this year. If you played some game like that, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. If you want, like and subscribe, and I see you here next time, I hope. That's it, and goodbye.